welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are going to be doing a Sydney Grace video. Basically what I'm going to do is an eye look with some of the single shadows and the palettes that I have, but I wanted to show you the eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection and the single shadows that I just picked up. I did pick up the Behind the Beauty eyeshadow singles bundle. I believe that is sold out. I don't know if that's coming back, but I'll show you that bundle. It's a really cute bundle of eyeshadow shades. I'll show you the other singles that I have. I cannot wait to get the magnetic palettes that will also be restocked on the 30th, so I can put them in there. And also the palette that I've been waiting for to be restocked for quite some time is the Enduring Love palette, and I'll put the picture above. I've tried to pick that up a couple of times and have missed out. But what I do have is the Summer Days palette. So let me show you that one. This is Summer Days. I have the Autumn Rain palette. Autumn Rain. And I have what I think would be my favorite of the Sydney Graces so far, because I don't have Enduring Love yet, is the Tiny Marvels. So let's go into the single shadows as well. So let's do the Behind the Beauty bundle first. Like I said, I know it's currently out of stock, but it may come back in. The shades that were in the bundle, and I will swatch them for you, are Morning Star, which is a pressed pigment, Solomon, which is a matte, Paris, which is another pressed pigment, Lords a Leaping, which is a matte, and Peanut Butter, which is also a matte. And I'll tell you, the Sydney Grace shadows are some of the best pigmented, smooth shadows that I think I've ever used. They're all good. The ones in the singles, the ones in the palettes, they have a beautiful formula and they all work exceedingly well. So let's swatch the other singles that I have. Let's see, we have Elegance, which is a shimmer. We have Honesty, which is a matte. We have Tiara, which is a pressed pigment. And yes, that is as metallic as it looks. We have Somber, which is a shimmer. We have Dive, which is a pressed pigment. We have Bravo, which is a matte. It's a good army green. We have Recruit, which is a pressed pigment. We have Love Change, which is a pressed pigment. I'll put it over here. We have Cadet, which is a pressed pigment. And we have Deep Water, which is a shimmer. Look at those shades, guys. Look how beautiful they are. Now the question is, what do I do today? Let's try something a little bit different. Let's try using some of the different singles, and then I will use something from Autumn Rain as well. All right, let's start with this Honesty shade. This is the matte shade, and I'm gonna put this all over my eye. I'm gonna put this down with the Soft Shader by Sonia G. These are very pigmented shades. So you don't need a lot. I don't have anything on my eye, and I'm literally putting this all over the eyelid and then kind of up into the transition and above a little bit, and then I will buff it out. I do have a brush video that I'm working on, guys, Wayne Goss number 3, to talk about my favorite brushes. Trying to figure out how I'm not gonna make that video like 3 hours long. I have so many favorites. I'm working on it. Okay, now for me, Honesty is this very nice peachy shade that's a couple shades darker than my skin tone, but not by much. And it's a great base, because what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go in with the shade Majestic Breeze from Autumn's Rain. This is a very dark bluish teal shade. I will swatch it on my hand for you. And I'm gonna go in and put this all over my lid, but not up into my transition. And this is a Smith 253 brush. I actually just picked this up from Beautylish. No, it works really well. Now, what's important when I'm doing this is that I'm making sure that it's on my lid. I'm trying not to get it too much into my crease. Doesn't have to be perfect, but see, I just want it on the lid itself and then like a line of demarcation there. This brush, and I'll show it to you in more detail in a second, has like a pointed tip to it. So I thought this might be a good brush for this, what I'm trying to do. And it is. Let me show you the shape of the brush. See, it's pointed. It's a really interesting little brush. Okay, we're gonna put a little more of that Majestic Breeze on the lid. Just gonna kind of pack it in there. Getting a little bit of fallout, but not a lot. Back in with the Wayne Goss number 3, just to soften up the transition. Don't worry, I'll go back in and blend it out a lot more, but all right. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go back in with the Honesty shade and a Sonia G Mini Booster into the crease over the blue. Kind of smudge it out on the edge. We're gonna take a little bit of the Dive, which is a pressed pigment. This was the shade. And I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush, Chikuhodo. I think this is a Z11 brush. Very pointed, very tiny brush. Kind of go on the outer edge with this. And now I'm gonna take the Tiara, which was the pressed pigment, on my finger. Take the Wayne Goss 03 and buff that in a little. I don't wanna do a lot because I wanna keep that real shimmer and intensity. And then I'll take the Wayne Goss number 5, and let's use the Majestic Breeze. That's from Autumn Rain. That's that deep shade that we put on the lid. That looks so pretty. The shades blend so beautifully, guys. And honestly, I haven't picked up a Sydney Grace eyeshadow that I didn't immediately fall in love with. They are all beautiful. They all work perfectly well. Whether it's in a palette, whether it's a single shadow, it doesn't matter. They're all stunning. Okay, let me put on some mascara. I'll show you the final look, and then we'll talk a little bit about Sydney Grace. Okay, so here's the final eye look. The shadows are just stunningly beautiful. I used a matte single shadow. I believe the Majestic Breeze is a matte as well. I used a pressed pigment. I used a shimmer. And I mean, they all blended perfectly. They gave me exactly what I was looking for my eye look. What else can I say? So Sydney Grace is a company based out of California. It's an independent cosmetics brand. It is cruelty-free. Most of their shadows are vegan. There are a few I think that are not, but most of them are, but definitely check that out if that's something that you're looking at. So my understanding is that all of the palettes will be restocked on Friday the 30th. The Summer Days, the Autumn Rain, the Enduring Love, Tiny Marvels, just checking what I'm forgetting because I'm sure there's one. Chase Your Dreams. All of those will be back in addition to the small and medium magnetic palettes that you can put the single shadows in, the ones that I showed you. The single shadows arrive in a packaging just like this, and then of course they just come out like this, and you can, as I knock them over, and then you just put like that, and they're little magnets on the back, and you just put them into their palettes, and you can pop them in and out. So it's really convenient. I am not generally a single shadow person, and the reason I picked up these single shadows, in all honesty, was because of Keep Beauty Real's channel, Kelly Rettenberger. I will link the video above that. Basically, after I watched it, I was like, all right, well, now I gotta pick them up. Do not get me wrong, I had seen many other of my friends. They did great jobs with their videos too, but there was something about the look that Kelly did. I don't know what it was, but I was just like, that's it. I'm done. You know, I get it. I should pick up the single shadows, and I'm so glad that I did. You guys saw the swatches on my arms. Those pressed pigments, they're unbelievable. I mean, the Tiara, that shade alone, like, you could just put that all over your eye and be done. And I mean, you don't need anything. You don't need anything else. So anyway, again, Friday, October 30th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so noon here for me in Boston. I will be picking up the Enduring Love palette. I will probably pick up the Chasing Your Dreams palette. I will definitely be picking up the magnetic palettes, and I might pick up some more single shadows because I love them so much, so much. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in another video really soon. Bye.